Apparatuses ain't doing well today, honey.
Hey girl,
Hey, baby, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm lovely.
Oh, you lovely. I had to put a filter on. I'm like, I look tired today.
Girl, I love a good filter, honey.
Yes.
It's
Okay.
not the case, though. What's going on, everybody? It's your girl, Fox Shantae.
And I am Kanisha, and
And
this
this is
is
Steady
Steady
Mom.
Mommin.
Steady Mom and Live, Steady Mom and Live. Hey. Hope
We in
y'all
this
feeling.
bed.
I hope y'all feeling just as good as I'm feeling. I'm feeling good. I'm a little warm because the weather is changing a lot around here. It's cold in the morning and it warm up real fast up on you. So yeah, that's the part of the year that we going through right now, y'all. Am I the only one struggling? Or y'all struggling too?
Yeah, well, I know I'm struggling out here. It pisses me off when it's cold outside but hot in the car.
Yeah.
Basically, gotta take off everything in the car, get back outside, gotta put it back on.
Yeah. So yeah, as y'all know, we like to start off every episode with a lovely vent. What are you venting about today, Sister Gal?
Well, this week I wouldn't necessarily call it a vent, or maybe it could be called a happy vent.
Okay, I love happy vents.
Okay, so as y'all know, my kids is gone for the week for fall break. And yeah, I'm just loving it. And I was just realizing, man, this is crazy. I would have never gotten these kind of breaks otherwise. Being a mommy that's married, sometimes considered a single mama married.
Mhm.
Yeah, you don't get these kind of breaks. So I'm just loving life.
You know what's interesting about divorce? They say some people may look at it and say that you lost a husband, but you know what you gained? A
My
babysitter.
sanity.
That too. But you gained a babysitter.
Baby, I'm so glad that I got a new babysitter. I'm like, if all we needed was a sister wife to solve this problem, maybe we should have did that.
Girl.
I wasn't gonna be sleeping with her. But yeah, I love that we got a new little babysitter.
I love that too. So, what are you doing with your week? You got anything fun planned?
Honestly, I just been lollygagging. I haven't been leaving the house. I've been waking up. Just so grateful that I don't have to bring nobody to school, pick nobody up, talk about no homework. You know that.
Mm. All the steady moms of it all.
All the steady moments, child.
Honey. Well, my vent is a vent. Well, it's not necessarily a vent. It's kind of like a reminder. So
Yeah,
I have what I've been calling. I've gone through what I've been calling like a hell couple of weeks. The last couple of weeks just been hell. Okay,
yeah,
but through the fire, beautiful things can be forged, and I feel like I've gone through some sort of like metamorphosis in some way these last couple of weeks, right? So in the midst of that, I had to do a lot of self checks, a lot of reflecting, and I realized that my bar, as far as like my standards for self, living, relationships, etc., had dissipated. It disappeared,
yeah.
right?
It's easy.
So, girl. So through the metamorphosis, I had to re-raise my bar. Okay. And it
Yes.
feels good. So it's like
Mhm.
I'm making little changes. I'm creating new habits. I am striving for different things. I kind of like dusted off my goals and all of those things. And I
I love
feel
that.
alive. Girl, I feel
You
alive right
look
now.
like you got some pep in the step. I mean,
Honey,
giving
I've been up since
ambition
4 a.m.
charge.
I've been up since 4 a.m., so I'm tired of shit. But
Oh Lord. Oh
outside of
Lord.
that, my spirit.
I
Okay.
love it.
So
I
I
love
wanted
that
to
zeal.
thank you, baby. I really just want to encourage everybody to do a bar check. Like, where is your bar? What have you been allowing people to put onto you? What have you been accepting? How have you been allowing people to treat you? How have you been treating yourself?
Right.
What expectations do you have for yourself? What expectations did you used to have for yourself that you would probably let go? Just do a bar check, everybody, and see where your bar is. Is it time for you to raise the bar?
I love that. I love that question. Because that's a reminder for me too. And I just noticed basically for me, yeah, whenever you do not set a bar for yourself, nobody else gonna you can't
Mhm.
set an expectation for somebody to treat you a kind of way that you don't even treat yourself.
Right.
And even in my previous marriage, that was one of my biggest issues. I felt like just being the nurturer for everybody. If I'm looking like a boy or hugged, that was showing love. That was like,
Mhm.
because everybody else looked good except me. But
Mhm.
yeah, if you're not treating you right, nobody's gonna treat you right. So yeah, check your
You have
bar,
to
ladies.
you have to be the gatekeeper to your life,
Yeah,
on both sides. You have to face you and face outwardly as well. Like you have
yeah.
to treat yourself well and show people how they have to treat you. And if they can't raise to the occasion, they can move around. Simple as that.
Because the stock going up,
Raise your bar.
my stock done went up.
Girl, mine too, baby. I'm grateful for the fire. So So, speaking of birthing new life, today's episode is about birth. Okay. We're going to share a couple of our birth stories with you guys, and we would love, mommies, for you to comment some of your birth stories in the comments and share them with us, DM them if they're a little more private. But let's talk about how we brought these babies into life. Okay. But before we get into our individual personal birth stories, y'all, the birth rate in the United States is dropping and people are getting scared. You understand
Hmm.
me? It started going back into, I don't even remember, like earlier this year in around April, when the administration started talking about possibly putting something into play where they would pay mothers, um, what was it, $5,000 for having a child?
Hmm.
We
Yeah,
talked about that, I believe, in episode one or two in our
two.
studio episodes.
Yeah.
But they did that because the birth rate has dropped like more than half. So in the 1960s, y'all know that was like the baby booming era. Every woman or like per household was having like three and a half babies, right? That dropped all the way down to 1.7 children in 1976. So basically, women went from having three, maybe four kids to like one, maybe two kids. Okay. And
Hmm.
then that rose a little bit in 2007 to on average women were having two kids. And then it fell again. Okay. So the last reading that they got on it was in 2024. And as of then, women are back to having one, maybe two children.
Well, I actually am happy to hear those statistics, considering just how hard it is to be a mama. People being more conscious. I don't know if it's a good thing, really, or a bad thing, just depending on the point of view of the person that's deciding not to have kids. But I just think that we ain't made it look good. It's a struggle.
Mm.
And so people wanting to live their life, and I really do recommend, yeah, do like Fox. Wait until you're 30 and up.
I think there are a lot of things contributing to the drop in the birth rate. I think like our lives are just changed. First of all, everything is too expensive. People can't motherfucking afford kids. The people that already got kids can't fucking afford the kids that they have, so, let alone thinking about trying to start a family right now.
Baby.
That's probably turning people off. And then
It
also,
didn't turn my ex off. I'm sorry. I'm petty. Sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
well, I wish something would have turned them off. Anyway, um,
Ooh, messy.
we pretty and and petty. But I also think that the rise in same sex relationships could be also contributing to that because if you think
Yeah.
about it, like a lot of people who necessarily were not heterosexual were still playing heterosexual, so spending more time in those vanilla or lavender marriages and procreating within them, right? So
Mhm.
now people are becoming more open to not even going that route and actually living their truth in their life and being with who they want to be with. And that's probably affecting the birth rate too. Like, yes, they can still have kids, but it's a whole lot of extra steps, opposed to just running in the bedroom and
Getting it
pumping the
in.
ground. So, I mean, I think just life in general has changed so much since the 60s.
I
Women
agree.
women are in the workplace now. Women are more so concerned with their careers and getting the bag and all of that too. So that kind of puts a slow down on, I can't wait to have kids. I ain't got to have them now at 18, 19, 20.
That is true. There was a really big surge of women that just decided that I'm going to focus on my education. I'm going to get myself where I need to be before starting to bring kids. And I think that's actually a good idea. So, what do you think is the best age to get married and have kids?
Girl, you know my rule of thumb, baby. Wait, keep your 20s to yourself. I really think it's very
Uh,
important for people to spend time with themselves, by themselves, putting their feet firmly into the ground, trying to find some type of foundation for themselves before attaching their lives to others and then creating new lives to come into it. Like we mentioned, life is expensive. So, like, explore, be free, learn you
Yeah.
before you try to add on to you, because it's much easier moving as one than it is moving as three, four, and five.
I definitely agree. Just me starting out at 18, being a mama, getting married, I think at what, 21 or something like that. Um, or 20, but I realized I wish I would have waited because, like you say, and I teach my kids this, and they, they have talks about being a parent and things like that. But I'm like, you really need to focus on your career, getting you where you need to be financially, so you can really enjoy your kids. Because a lot
Mhm.
of times we're in such a survival state, just trying to manage all of the routines and the day to days that we're not even really like spending time with our kids. We're not even really just showing
Yeah.
them attention the way that we should be. So, yeah, I say wait until at least 28.
And then the young kids too, like Gen Z, they ain't thinking, I don't think they're really thinking about kids. Like,
Yeah,
they're not really thinking about much. They're not thinking about home ownership much. Um,
it's all a scam, they say.
yeah. Which, and are they wrong?
It just depends. Well, when it relates to home ownership, I don't know. Tomato, tomato, because I'm a real estate broker, so I can't be out here talking against myself. But as it stands, when it comes to marriage and stuff like that, I mean, just depending on the structure, it could be scam-ish.
Mm. Wow.
It could give scam vibes, you know.
Wow.
But I definitely, love the statistics and what you're saying relating to like, the birth rate dropping. But when the people do get pregnant, I saw the statistics were saying that we have a high mortality, a maternal mortality rate in Black women. And with my last child, this was something that I was really like concerned with. And for some reason, it was like I was hearing about it everywhere when I moved here. And it's just scary just to think that your race could be a direct line to you not being able to take your baby home.
Yeah. Unfortunately, uh, for some reason, doctors and physicians tend to think that Black women are stronger than we quote unquote put off to be. So there have been a lot of studies and statistics
Out of that.
as far as them just ignoring our level of pain that we're trying to express or our concerns and just shushing it off. And like we said last week, I don't knowing you to death. Um, and it unfortunately that translates into our birth rates and our pregnancy and what happens when we are in that vulnerable space and stage of bringing life into the world. Like, you're literally at the hands of your doctor at that point. There's literally not much
Doctor, nurse.
go, so that statistic is sad. And I have a few tips for dealing with doctors during pregnancy, because it's like, we fate is fate, right? Some things we can't prevent, but there are some things that you can do to try to tip the scale closer to um, things going in your favor, right? So being focused on having a healthy pregnancy, there are a couple of things that you can do. Number one, ask questions. Always, always, always ask questions. When I was pregnant, I used to keep a note in my phone. Every time I got a question, I put my question in there. So every time I pulled up to the doctor for my little checkup, she was like, "I know you got questions." I do. I sure do. So I don't care if it seems small. I don't care if you feel like it's stupid. If you have a question, ask it, and don't let them tell you they don't know. Tell them to figure it out, because you will drive yourself crazy on Google. You and your baby will have all of the craziest diseases on the planet. You playing with damn WebMD and Google.
Right.
So ask your questions. Excuse me. Number two, pay attention to your body and the movements of your baby. Okay, I'm going to get into this a little more when I get into my birth story, but that is very important. If you're feeling changes inside of you, if you feel like maybe the baby was moving a lot at one point and then has slowed down or something, bring that up in your appointments. That's very important, because, like, I didn't know when I was pregnant, I didn't realize that you could have what is it? I don't. There's a word for it, you may know it, but basically it's pregnancy gave you diabetes. You get diabetes
Yeah.
pregnant.
Yeah. You can. Yeah. I forgot what it's called too. Girl.
But that's a
It's been a
thing.
while.
Like, so if
Yeah.
you're feeling something that you're unsure about and you really don't know what it is, bring it up to your doctor because a lot of stuff can happen that we really don't know about, you know? Number three, exercise. Move your body. Get up, walk, stretch. But the more you move your body, the easier labor can possibly be if you're having a vaginal um, delivery. And then have sex. Sex is very good for pregnant women. Couple of benefits. It can improve your mood and your well-being because it releases endorphins. It strengthens your pelvic floors, orgasms, strengthen the pelvic floor and make it easier for you to push baby out. Having sex can increase the blood flow to the baby, and it can reduce your risk of preeclampsia. Okay. And then last but not least, I know we be hungry and I know we be snacking and stuff, but try to snack healthily.
Yeah. That's
What were
important.
some of your cravings when you was pregnant?
My weirdest one was the pickles. And what did I used to put on top of it? Like icing or some shit with my eldest, my first child. But other than that, no, I really didn't have a lot of crazy cravings.
I didn't have a lot of crazy cravings either. I was a
Mhm.
vegetarian for most of my pregnancy, and then I immediately, like, I just out of nowhere started craving to make chicken. And I
That's
was like, oh,
crazy. Yeah.
this baby needs some chicken. And my husband
Yeah.
was like, if
Give me
you're
some
gonna give her
protein.
chicken, at least give her Chick-fil-A. Don't give my baby no McDonald's. Baby, Chick-fil-A ain't no damn better. But
It really ain't. They declining by the day.
it was chicken, Oreos, and Sprite to
Oh.
me. Yep, sure enough.
Well, what is your
So,
birthday story, girl? How baby
okay,
girl get here?
girl. Okay,
Not how she get
actually,
here. How did she get out?
I literally was blessed by an angel. To be honest, I drove myself to my 38-week appointment. You towards the end, you start having to go to the doctor more, frequently, like every week or twice a week, however often, but you have to go more often towards the end. And I was at my 38-week appointment, and they were doing like rotations with the doctors so that whenever you did go into labor, you wouldn't be in there with a stranger. They wanted you to be able to meet all of the doctors on the team prior to you going into labor, right? So this particular doctor I had never seen before, a black lady. So we just chopping it up, and she's like, "Well, how's baby moving?" And I was like, "Well, baby's fine. She's still moving, but not as much." And she was like, "What you mean, not as much?" And I was like, I feel like she's running out of rooms. I was so big. Like, how much more can I stretch? We're 38
Right.
weeks, we about to be done with this. I feel like she ran out of room.
Yeah.
So she's like, "Oh no, I'm sending you to labor and delivery." And I was like, "I don't want to go up there. I want to go home. I want to eat my spaghetti." She was like,
Yeah.
"No." She said, "Let me tell you something." She said, "Too many of us die when we're trying to bring our babies into this world." She said, "I don't play about us, and I'm not about to play about you, and I ain't playing about that baby. You going upstairs." I
Yeah.
said, "Oh God, girl." I went upstairs. They
Yeah.
told me that apparently when you're pregnant, you have 4 pockets of water.
Mm.
Three of those pockets were empty. Lacey didn't have no water. So she was breech, and they said her being breech wasn't the problem because if I had water, she would have had the space to be able to turn around in 2 weeks. But because there was no water, she couldn't turn, and they had to take her that day.
That's crazy.
I lost it. I started hyperventilating. I was like, "Oh my God," because in my mind, I had a healthy pregnancy. I was expecting to push the baby out. I literally drove myself to the doctor, and now you're telling me I'm leaving here with a baby? Oh, girl.
Yeah, that is very, very scary. And it just brings certain things to mind, when you're having these babies, especially first time mothers. Have grace for yourself because you can be married to a idea of how you think your birthing story is going to be, and it
Mhm.
doesn't turn out that way. I have a good girlfriend of mine that she really had to take counseling because she was really sad that she could
Yeah,
not push her baby out. And
yeah.
I've had that too. I've had four
Uh,
cesareans,
wow.
and I just got to a point where I was like, it just made me insecure. It made me feel like less than a woman. So yeah, have grace for yourself, ladies. The biggest thing is for you to be healthy and get these babies out here healthy. So don't be married to a story. Um,
Literally. Because that can shatter so fast. It shattered for me.
it's so sad. But you know, you had a cesarean. Like I said, I've had four.
Mhm.
And once you have a cesarean, the likelihood of you having a they call it a VBAC, which is a vaginal birth after cesarean, is, I don't know the statistics, but it's very low. And they don't
My,
like you to. Hmm?
my sister has 4 kids. Her first was a cesarean, and the three after were all vaginal.
See that it's low, but it can happen. And I wanted that so bad, but mine's, yeah, it just didn't turn out that way. But well,
What? I know you have four, but what's one of your most memorable birthing
so
stories?
that's what that's exactly where I'm headed to. But I want to tie it in also to the maternal I'm sorry, basically the maternal deaths that women deal with. I want to tie my birthday story to that because when I first moved here, that's all I heard. And I chose my doctor based off of that. I chose a woman named Dr. Jackie. Y'all may know her, but she was on a panel and she's an advocate um for maternal death. And I felt safe, Black woman and things like that. And it's crazy how when you get older, no matter how many times you do one thing, everything can be different. And this one was different for me. I was rolled in there. The lights were so bright. I'm like, oh my God, I'm getting ready to have surgery. I don't know why it was just dawning on me like this is major. You done this all these other times. And it never really sunk in that way. So they give me the epidural and do everything that they're supposed to do. And as they're cutting, I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. And I was like, why am I feeling y'all cutting my stomach? And they had to basically give me some more of the epidural. And yeah, it's considered a hot spot. I never knew that.
What
I
is a
never
hot?
experienced
What is a
that
hot
not
spot?
working. A hot spot is basically a point where the numbing, the epidural, just it didn't take.
It where? Oh wow.
It didn't take in that particular area, so they considered a hot spot. And this time around, I said, okay, so this is baby number 4. Let me go ahead and get my tubes tied. And so I remember just, being jovial or whatever with the doctor and just like, hey, I need you to burn them, all of these things. And come to find out, they ended up putting filthy clips in me, which is a foreign object that I did not ask for, which led to me even having to get a hysterectomy. So it's
The
it's
clips
interesting.
led. Hold on. The clips led to the hysterectomy.
Essentially, it did because it was causing all of this pain. They thought I had fibroids. My uterus was not contracting like it needed to, and they called it a big floppy uterus. So here it is. They're cutting on me thinking that they're going to be taking out fibroids. I didn't even have any fibroids. And I'm not really sure how this is connected per se to the fishy clips. My theory is that I feel like with the pinching on the fallopian tube, blood wasn't really flowing. It didn't contract like it needed to normally. I don't know. But my point is that was the hallmark to m- my story when it related to having Nuri. It was bad, and it just seemed like it never got better. It went right into the hysterectomy. So you think at times that you're picking people based off of their what you read on paper, but they're not always who they cracked up to be. So you really truly got to advocate for you and ask questions, ask better questions, be more clear on what you're asking for. Because here it is, I'm asking for them to tie my tubes. I'm thinking you really gonna burn them. Like she didn't clarify that for me.
Mm,
And yeah, fast forward, end up having a hysterectomy, not a full
wow.
hysterectomy, a partial hysterectomy.
Wow. Did you leave a review?
No, I was so disgusted. I cried. I was just like, I never would have put anything foreign in me. Why did she do that? And like, yeah, rolling right into baby number 4, regular life. You just kind of put yourself last with it. And it was always on my mind to go back and say something or sue. But I never got around to it. So 6 years later, here I am.
So with having the four cesareans, one with each child, did the process get easier as it went on, or was it different each time?
It was different each time, but each time it was harder on me, more
Okay.
abdominal surgery. But yeah, that last one, it was I didn't bounce back like I typically do.
Wow.
I did.
Wow. So yeah, moms, share your birthday stories with us. Like it's such an amazing experience, no matter how it goes. Like we were able to successfully bring children into the world, and everybody does not get to experience that. So we would really love for y'all to share your birthing stories with us. We might share some of them on our page if you want to send us a little video.
That would be
um
cool. That would be
yeah, that would
cool.
be cool. So y'all send us some videos, tell us how your births went, and then we'll share them with our audience. But kudos to all the mamas, because however you did it, whether you pushed the baby out or the baby was cut out or the baby was early or the baby was late, all of these kids do what the hell they want to anyway, from birth.
Or
So,
rainbow babies, because
or
some people,
rainbow babies, yep,
you're
angel
still a
babies,
mommy.
angel
Yeah.
babies, like no matter what your story is, kudos to you. We are superheroes.
Yeah. Steady mom child.
Hey, freaking mom, and since conception, baby.
Now, how you gonna feed your kid?
Oh, honey, the daddy.
What's
Okay.
for dinner, child?
The daddy is doing it. Sloppy Joes. Okay.
Yes.
Yes, mama. So remember last week we talked about delegating tasks. You don't always have to be the one to cook, honey. Get the man to make something. He can make something. He can make a sandwich. He can order
Yes.
some pizza. But
Yeah.
if you get into a space where you're busy or you're tired or you just don't fucking feel like it, that's okay. That's okay.
Have
Delegate.
his ass do it.
And that's what I did. So daddy is making sloppy joes for dinner. And girl, we can eat on them for a couple of days. So I am grateful.
Well, y'all know my kids ain't here, so what we gonna eat for dinner is what I wanna do. Me, child. And I'm really eating like I'm in college, like I'm in a dorm, child. I ain't doing well. I ain't feeding myself. But I did look up a recipe. Well, not a recipe. I looked up a meal for you ladies, just for, well, ladies and gents, whoever's on here. So I picked roast and mashed potatoes because it
Ooh,
is fall and we love the good feel good foods. So
ooh.
yeah, roast, mashed potatoes, and a veggie of your choice.
Every time you say fall break, it just blows me because I'm like, these kids just get to be out of school for nothing. Because when I
I'm
was in
I'm
school,
happy
we
about it.
had summer break, winter break, spring break. That's it.
That's how it was for us. And now in Texas, my sister, she just told me that they doing fall break down there now. So
It's a
yeah.
whole week in October, just fall break, just fucking chill.
Yeah. And then winter break.
Right after next month.
Yeah.
No, no,
Yeah.
no, Thanksgiving and then winter.
No, it's things, yeah, but I think it's like two more
In between,
before December. I have to look again, but they have it all kind of, they have it labeled some kind of way.
and yeah,
But
those
I
you
love
still
it
supposed to
because my
work
kids be gone.
because you gained a babysitter.
Because I gained a babysitter. Twiddly and twiddly dum. All right, that's enough. I'm trying to be positive about it.
You're pretty and petty.
Pretty and petty.
Okay, so this week's Mom VP, it is that time, ladies. I love this. I love this. I love this so much. This week's Mom VP is Amore's Alchemy out of Jacksonville, Florida. Her handle on Instagram is amores.alchemy. And she has also been following us since conception of Steady Mom. And, she's more of a DMer, but she always DMs and leaves
I love that.
her thoughts with us. So we just want to let her know that we appreciate her. She is also a special needs mommy like me. So cheers to that. And we love you, girl. Thank you so very much for your constant support. Thank you for your love. Thank you for always showing up. And thank you for being our mom VP this week. So you will receive a $25 Cash App gift from the ladies of Steady Mommin'. And do as you will, honey. Do as you will.
Absolutely. And honestly, ladies, if you know a mom VP that you guys want to vote for, just repost one of our videos and tag us and then DM us. Or call us at 678 824 2219, and that's 678 824-2219 and tell us about the mom that you're nominating. And that's also a line for you to call and vent to. I know
Hmm.
we didn't talk about that before. We didn't bring that back around, but that's actually a line for you guys to call and submit your mom vents because we
Yes,
are
baby,
here for
because
you.
we're done holding things in, baby. Disease comes from the dis-ease of the body, and you get dis-ease in your body from holding on to a whole bunch of negative energy that just can, they ain't got nowhere to go, nowhere to escape. So one way to get that out is by letting it out through your mouth, baby. And if ain't nobody gonna listen, we will listen. Give us a call and put your vent on that voicemail, baby. Okay, we got
One
you.
call, that's all.
And you know what? We are actually, I'm kind of skipping ahead a little bit, but we are working to put something together to where you ladies can actually call us so we can take calls from mommies and, kind of just be a listening ear for you, coach you through some things. And yeah, that's going to be great. So that's coming up very, very, very soon. But a little before that, tomorrow night, okay? We are going live on TikTok at 10 p.m. just for a mommy hangout. Something a little more relaxed, a little more chill, a way for us to, communicate and get to know our moms a little more, a way for our moms to connect. So join us on TikTok tomorrow night at 10 p.m. for our first mommy's hangout. We're just gonna be chilling and chatting, and there's gonna be hopefully them kids is down. This that put them kids to bed, and we gonna vibe.
Sorry, girl, I had a call come in.
It's okay.
My people gonna have to get trained now. I'm on live.
Girl, I'm scared to put my phone on do not disturb because I don't do your phone, do your internet work on do not disturb.
I don't know, because I'm not technology savvy, child.
Steady mom and I steady ticking.
Right. That's all I got. But I'm learning as I go. I'm getting better at being better. So what's coming soon? We will be opening up our calendars to chat with mommies. Um, oh, wait a minute. You already said that.
Mhm.
What
But you
the
can tell them
fuck?
about Mommy's Connect.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, so Mommy's Connect is coming soon. Essentially, what Mommy's Connect is we're going to be going to different locations, like little pop-ups. We went to a really cute place yesterday, and we are like, I think this would be a great place for us to have our first Mommy's Connect, where you guys can come out, we just chill, we network, we navigate, we just talk. I just really want to make sure I say, and this is off the script. Me and Fox are very passionate about you, mommies, and just being a mother and realizing the trials and tribulations that we have to go through daily, good, bad, or ugly, married, whatever the case is. We just want to make sure we are a platform for you guys to really plug into, and I mean, just stick with us. A lot is coming down the pipeline. Mommy's Connect is going to be so much fun. We
Yeah.
can't wait. We even talked about, coming up, going out of the country,
Oh yeah,
having a
trips are
mommy
coming next year. In
vacation.
2026, we'll have our first mommy vacay. So and
Yes,
we're
I'm
gonna
excited about that. Like, we
it's
get
gonna be
the
great. It's gonna be
pussy
great,
pop
ladies.
on a handstand out there.
Ladies, you'll be able to pay on a payment plan, so we're
Yep.
not gonna be just, oh yeah, we're going out of the country next month.
No, we're going to make it
Right.
affordable.
Yeah, we're gonna make it affordable. You're gonna be able to pay on a payment plan, and we are going to leave the kids and the daddies and just have some mommy time. Okay, so that's
Yes.
starting
That's
next
the
year.
passion.
Look
Yeah, I
forward
love
to
it.
that. Well, we love y'all very, 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 very much. Thank you so very much for tuning in to today's Steady Mommy Live. Ladies, remember to send us your birth stories. We really want to hear them and share them and just love on you. And remember that you are a superstar, rock star.
Period. And know
Keep
that we
grinding.
love you, honestly and truly.
Yes, we love you. Keep grinding
Keep shining.
and keep thriving. Have a beautiful rest of your week. See you next
Peace
week.
out.